Welcome to the world of Primary Energy Renewable, or PER. This concept is central to the next stage of energy efficiency in buildings, especially as we transition to a 100% renewable energy future. Traditionally, building efficiency has been assessed using primary energy demand or greenhouse gas emissions, but as our energy systems move away from fossil fuels, those methods become less meaningful. A building built today will be around long after the transition is complete. So, we need a system that makes sense for both today and tomorrow. That's what PER provides. So, what is PER? Renewable primary energy is energy generated from renewable resources, like electricity from photovoltaics or wind, or heat from solar thermal systems. But here's the important part. Renewable energy is not free of limitations. It requires infrastructure, land, and storage. If storage is needed, there are always losses. That's why PR introduces factors. A PR factor shows how much renewable energy is required to meet a building's final energy demand. For example, a PER factor of 1.5 means you need 50% more renewable energy to cover the same demand because of storage or distribution losses. The higher the PER factor, the more valuable efficiency becomes. Why does this matter? Take net zero buildings. They often balance annual energy demand with on-site renewable generation, but the demand and supply are not synchronized. A lot of energy is produced in summer, while most heating demand happens in winter. That requires seasonal storage, which is inefficient and expensive. Now compare a low-energy building with a passive house. Both may have the same photovoltaic system, but the passive house uses far less energy in winter. That means far less storage is required. The result? Greater efficiency, lower costs, and a more sustainable fit in a renewable energy system. PER also redefines assessment. Demand is measured against the treated floor area, which represents the useful space of the building. Generation, on the other hand, is measured against the projected building footprint, because the land the building occupies is limited and valuable. This makes demand and generation two separate dimensions of assessment, rather than a simple offset. Finally, PER is the foundation of the passive house classes: Classic, Plus, and Premium. Classic requires high efficiency but minimal on-site renewable generation. Plus adds a moderate level of renewable generation. Premium requires extensive renewable integration alongside maximum efficiency. In all cases, the passive house core criteria, airtightness, heating and cooling demand, and comfort, remain unchanged. Primary Energy Renewable is about looking at buildings not just as consumers, but as active players in a renewable future. It emphasizes efficiency, recognizes the limits of renewable supply and storage, and guides us toward buildings that truly fit into a 100% renewable society.